Now this is going to be a big one for us, the next one, which is transparency. Now one of the reasons why I set up the file as ugly as it is I have several different layers of transparency. You can see that over here. And because transparency is a killer for PDFs, it will just shoot your file sizes through the roof. And transparencies are good to use, and now that Illustrator has those available, there's no reason not to take advantage of them. But when you get to this PDF stage, we need to take care of them. Now we've got three different presets: low, medium, and high. We got line art and text 1,200 lines, 1,200 dots per inch, basically lines per inch. Transparency levels 100, gradient meshes 300 different levels. You know something? That's great if it's going to a print document, but really, when you're showing your instructor, we don't need to see that much. I'm going to go ahead and click down to low resolution. You'll see that transparency levels have gone from 100 down to 75. That's 75 different colors that it can show. Line art and text has gone from 1200 DPI to 288. Gradient meshes down to 144, and all that type of stuff. That's what we want to do. Go ahead and leave it. Now, this is the discard objects page. Now, when you create a PDF, one of the things that it will do, when you create an Illustrator file, one of the things you'll do when working with layers is you'll go ahead and have, layer upon layer upon layer, and sometimes you'll cover up objects that you wanted at one point, and then you've decided that later on you don't need them. You may turn off the layer. You may cover it with something else. Well, at this point, the PDF file is keeping track of all of those shapes, whether they show or not. So a lot of this stuff is about discarding. The most important thing is discard all alternate images, and those are those layers that are turned off. So we need to make sure that that's done. Some of the other things are for PDF files, are PDF specific for files that have already been created as PDFs. They discard all form submission and all that type of stuff. Those are earlier versions. So we're going to go ahead and click on everything. We're going to discard everything. All we need is the file that's right there. And then there's discard user data. And this is a bunch of stuff that is not seen, but it's information that gets piled into the file. Like comments for one thing. I put a lot of comments on PDFs. That's the reason why it's not checked here. It's unchecked. And that's the only one that I'd ever leave. But like discard hidden layer and flat invisible layers, that's one of the things that we're doing here. And then the cleanup is the final thing, and it basically reorders the PDF. It puts everything into a nice, neat little package, and I usually have all of these selected. And I'm going to just go ahead and click OK, and then I'm going to save it with the same name, but I'm going to just put small behind it. I'm going to go ahead and hit Enter, and then we're going to see this progress bar. Now this doesn't take very long. It'll be much less than I believe a minute for the whole process. And this is just the Acrobat Pro working through the whole thing. Now when this is done, it will close your PDF, the original PDF that you were working with. And since I've renamed it with a different name, remember this is I put the name small at the end of it. It'll bring up that new file, and which is what it has done right here. And you'll see right up at the top, I've got Young Week 2 Assignment 3 Small PDF, and we can go ahead and go through the pages, and you'll see all the information still there. All that information is still there. And I'm going to just go ahead and check the different file size, and here's what we have. So we've got Young Week 2 Assignment 3 PDF. That was the one I started with, 5.7 megabytes. And this one right here is 768K. That is a huge file savings. It's the difference between waiting for a download and not waiting for a download. I hope this has helped you out with how to optimize a PDF file. I encourage you to go in and play with things, see how they change how your file looks. Most of them will not mess with your file at all. Some of these settings will compress your file a little bit more than you'll want to. So go ahead and check all that information out, and play with these settings, and this is the way to do it.